Dangers afoot, folks, as I welcome you to the 4th episode of Kronolog, the Nazi Paradox. We've snuck into NADA headquarters here in an attempt to find that fucking device that our son told us about and, you know, fucking do something about it. Let's exchange crystals, shit like that. It'll be fun. Alright. So let's take a look at our surroundings here. We're in the storage area, not a headquarters, but in which building? Oh my. We have an elevator there, some sort of thing that leads to the lobby. We've got a totem pole with something decorated with a bird. It's not the Nazi eagle. The barrel, which we snuck in. Have some boxes. Someone's certainly stockpiling the fine art. And that box looks a little wobbly on the stack. Alright, that's cool. Let's go do something about that. Whenever I see wobbly boxes, I push them. Hooray! Fragile. Fragile. The box is addressed to Proconsul Zimmer from the Black Hole Supply Company. The Black Hole is the supplier! Son of a bitch! There's a joke in there somewhere. And here we have a spelunker helmet. For spelunking, we're gonna need that. Alright, we have our very own spelunker helmet now. I always wanted one of those. It's for, like I said, spelunking. Fancy that. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and save the game here. Let's take a look at everything else that's around here. We have some buttons. Actually, the box was hiding the button from view. We have that access key card slot, which, you know, we don't have a card, so we can't even bother to use that. And we have a button over here, which controls the opening of this door. So let's go ahead and get out of that. Or let's go ahead and push it. Let's go ahead and walk out and see what happens. Oh, shit. Yeah! That do not enter door here leads out to the restrooms and leads into that storage area. Problem: door's closed. Problem: we don't have a key card. Yeah! Hope you guys saved the game, because if you didn't, you are trapped. Uh-huh. Well, now you're like, fuck, well, you can't go into those. You can press the water fountain. What do? You just, like, walk out here? Hello? It's not that Eva Netzel is a bad person. She just loves her job. You simply can't negotiate with nasty, knee-jerk Nazis, especially when you're nosing around in places where you ought not to be. You may want to return to happier times, e.g. one of your saved games when you were still alive. Yeah, not gonna show off every death in the game, because I don't think I've seen every death screen, or I don't know. It's been several years, but I'll show off some of those, like the ones where you wish you really had saved your game. Because that's a fucking trap right there. Alright, so there's also one more thing we need in this room. The spelunker helmet is, well, I don't know if it's necessary. I think you can do something later in the game without the helmet. It's just much harder. I don't know. I don't remember. We'll try whenever we get there. But there's one item in this room that I know for a fact that we absolutely do need. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what it is. This is a bungee cord holding the totem pole upright against the column. Not a very stable way to secure a valuable work of art. Well, hey. LOL. Oops. You'll need to move closer to assess the damage, both to the totem pole and to your barrel. That makes you feel better, destroys evidence too. I mean, oh god, and if you get closer, you can examine it. Basically, it says what I just told you. You can also get glitched, because you have to, like, walk around here and be, like, right the fuck there. Yeah, I've gotten glitched in that fucking totem pole before. It's not fun. Yes, getting glitched in your own fucking surroundings due to the various hitboxes. Let's try not walking that way. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Alright. So, move on in here. We have a covered sculpture, which has no arms. Maybe it's the Venus de Milo? We have this weird fucking curious canister, an electricity box, in the middle of that wall. Strange architectural planning. It is in the middle of a wall. How many of you keep your fucking electric boxes right there in the middle of the wall? That's nuts. And we've got it's another object of art wrapped in tarp. If it's 21st century, you can be sure it's dreadful. This room seems to be a continuation of the first storage area, yada 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 yada. Okie dokie, so let's go ahead and walk over here to examine this closer. Can I maybe fondle it a bit? Better wait to find out where you are before you disturb anything. Remember what happened to the totem pole. Now, that blurb will pop up even if you didn't do anything with the totem pole. If for some reason you miss grabbing the cord, that's a clue to go back there and finagle with that shit, and there you go. Here. It looks like a Brett Hopkins sculpture, form, obvious, function, dubious. Alright. Let's go ahead and walk towards this area, where we have... Alright! That's the object I'm looking for right there. That's what we needed to play around with. Problem. Deadly laser field ahead. Well... yeah, this one's a death situation, folks. I'll show it off for you. Let's do this. Whee! Sorry you chose to go through those disintegrating laser beams. As the only thing that has ever been restored from ashes is the mythical Phoenix, you may consider restoring a saved game if you'd like to continue. Fuck you, game. Fuck you! That was a stretch mixed in with that. Fuck you! Alright. So we have to find a way to get around that. We'll do that. First, let's go... well, something we didn't really look at in depth is that electricity box. I'm sure something glorious is waiting for us in there. Right? Maybe those gloves from the bathroom are needed after all. You know, electricity will fucking fry you out like it does in Darkseid. Oh, goddamn that game. What do you think that big lightning bolt means? 100,000 amps ought to feel great this time of day. Take a closer look. Alright. This is a close-up view of the electric cabinet in the storage area. Go ahead and open it. Level F. This is the wiring diagram on level F. I'm on Zimmer's floor. Sweet. Circuit breakers. Can I finagle with anything? Careful, you're no electrician. Careful, you're no electrician. Careful, you're no electrician. Damn it. Can I open this side? No, this side doesn't open. Most curious. Alright, we've seen everything we need to see so far. How do you propose we get through future areas? I'll leave a pause here. You think it involves any of our tools? You think we use the wrench to bash the fucking electrical cabinet and it solves all of our problems? No. Let's take a look at this electricity cabinet again. Now, you need to have some fucking keen eyes, or basically be fucking desperate, or get just goddamn lucky. Because you take a look at this pixel map, and that's interesting. There's a little indentation here. Huh. Click. Through the opening, you see an office. Could this be Zimmer's secret entrance to his quarters? Why, by George, this room, it looks gaudy as fuck. Proconsul Zimmer's posh office is appointed with priceless antiques, interspersed with his World War II memorabilia. You have a life-size portrait of Reinhard Schmidt. We have a chair, Louis XV chairs, which must have cost Zimmer a fortune. We have a clock. We have a highboy. We have some portraits here. A shimmering waterfall, for one. A woman who must be a relative of Zimmer's. There's a strong resemblance, only her mustache is darker. This picture is of Reinhard Schmidt and a priest standing outside a church. Okay. That door leads to, Eva, but we can't open it, as it is electronic thing. A candy dish, which is mostly empty except for a couple of wrappers. Venetian snowballs are magnificent and real. Sweet. Zimmer must have an extraordinary private conservatory, because they won't grow outside. There's more office to the left, however, there is something in this high boy which we need. Let's go ahead and take a closer look at it. Early high boy is in mint condition. There's really nothing in Nada that compares to the pride the Americans took in their craftsmanship. So, let's go through these drawers here. Ah, it's this drawer. In this drawer, there's a small black leather case in the drawer. And inside that small black leather case is another case. No. It is a magnificent gold cross with a bezel-set ruby in the center. The bottom is strangely formed. For a cross, that is. Take the cross. You need it. True story. I'm not kidding. So, let us go this way. And here's the other half of Zimmer's office. With his desk. Apparently I've spent many tedious moments standing in front of it. Proconsul believes that if his guests are comfortable, they'll stay too long. And a map which defines the world in 2020 from the viewpoint of Nazi cartographers. You take a look around, office must suit Zimmer to a T. Rich molding in the Proconsul's office is accented with beautiful carved medallions. Now, you might not know it without me telling you, although you will get your hint first off from that. But if you remember the room with that thing that we're looking for Philip, there's another door on the other side of the laser field. And considering that we've just gone through a secret entrance, there's probably another secret entrance in this room. So you're thinking maybe it's on the fucking desk? Nope, not on the desk. Let's go ahead and walk over. Now, the secret entrance is accessed by pressing that. Woohoo! Of course, that doesn't tell me any information. And here we are in this little brick area, containing, among other things, a priceless Greek sculpture, which is gold-plated, Venus of the Rhine. We have this motherfucking giant hydraulic locking system with a push the button, which, you know, I can do that. I can push the fucking button. Observe. Button pushed. So, is the door gonna open? Nope, door doesn't open. Door doesn't say anything. Why not? Take a look. Looks like a vault door. Well, let's take a look at the handle. It's a thumb twist lock, folks. As far as I know, you gotta solve this one through trial and error. The way to solve this one is, you click on it 3 times, click out, click on the door, and let's move on. Bug alert. If you had never opened this metal door before, when you walk into this room from the secret entrance, it's completely black, and you can't fucking see anything. You can't click on anything, you can't do anything. The only thing that's lit is this panel. Funnily enough, you click on the panel, the door opens, and you're automatically teleported outside the room, which means somehow the laser field is not turned on until the door's opened. Yeah, that makes sense. Just thought of that. That's reasonable then. So yeah, I guess that's not too buggy, then sensible. Yeah, you can actually go through this and have to cycle through the entire thing again if you don't open that door to allow light to shine in. Now you might be thinking, whoa, you have this spelunker helmet here. It doesn't have any batteries. No light. So let's take a gander at this device here, and the space must be where the top piece of the crystal fits the sacred celicris of the Laconas. Just as Philip described it. That must be the crystal you need to switch. Take this, replace it with the fake crystal. Do it. Ta-da! Trust me. That's what you need to do. Don't fucking step through the laser field, jackass. Let's go ahead and leave. Door automatically closes. Hydraulic lock automatically snaps back into place. Save the game. Now, let us hop, skip, fuck over here. Hop, skip, fuck. Yes. That thing automatically closes. Now, we're not done in here just yet. Let's go ahead and walk down towards the desk and have a sit-sees in the chair. Alright, so we have a lamp made from a bust of Reinhard Schmidt. If you haven't been able to tell, Proconsul Zimmer is kind of obsessed with the man. The bust reads, Reinhard Schmidt, father of the atomic bomb, 1891 to 1968. We have here a folder on the table which is marked Hoffman. How did your family get to be such a top priority with Zimmer? We have two fun buttons. That operates the lamp. I'll show you what those do later. Let's go ahead and take a folder now. Open the folder now. I'll show off this later too. Alright, so we've got a photo here of Philip and a beautiful young lady who is identified as Luisa Neosho. Take the photo. We have here a memo which says, Proconsul, I have a promising lead to the object that powers the time travel device. The subject is one of my archaeology students at the University of New Mexico. He appears to have access to the Laconas through his association with local subversive, Luisa Neosho. I am attempting to win his confidence, but I anticipate that extreme measures may be necessary to locate the object. Once we have access to the artifact, we will proceed to the culmination of your 75th anniversary plans. The retrieval from time of Reinhard Schmidt. Yay! Here's the termination order that we saw. And a little memo attached. There's a note attached from Zimmer. Under no condition will I sign this. However, accidents do happen. We can't take these. They would be missed. Apparently the photo won't be missed, but those will be missed. Let's go ahead and play around with this now. You see this button that says door? Don't press it. You press that button, the door to the secretary opens. Fancy that? She walks through. And since she apparently knows that Zimmer's not in the room, you got a problem. Let's take a gander at the Vidicom.
Herr Proconsul, I hope you reviewed my email briefing on the Kronolog device. Despite my efforts, young Hoffman has refused to cooperate on the time travel project. My sources inform me that his group of Indian insurgents is planning to sabotage our work here in New Mexico. Therefore, I respectfully request your signature on the termination request. These dissidents must be stopped. I can assure you that they'll be most compliant once their leader is removed.
What a dick. Kinda want to kill him. Alright, so we have Vidicom there. Let's go ahead and press the map button then. So that map that was across from us, flashing lights suddenly appear. Let's have fun with those.
Proconsulate Memorandum, Chancellor Dispatch Center, Berlin, German Empire, 26 July 2020, 1600 hour GMT. The shortage of raw material remains critical. Weekends must be suspended for key workers in order to boost production. Any remaining controls on hazardous emissions should be suspended for the duration. An Arctic ice pack is breaking up at an unusually rapid rate. As food supplies tighten in the northwest European corridor, we do not recommend any plans for evacuation. Special to Zimmer, nada. Receiving various reports regarding reincarnation of Kronolog device. Such development is extremely taxing of our resources. Hence your orders to discontinue the project immediately.
Log on AXTS, Toronto, Nada, 26 July 2020, 1700 hours, 3 minutes, 38 seconds, Greenwich Mean Time. Pressure at the front has been diffused by the local development of genetically engineered rice-killing bacteria. This has enabled much of the co-prosperity sphere to be quarantined. The Japanese are responding by supplying resistant rice hybrids to their allies. Please confirm report and advise procedure.
Log on SPA 469, Ciudad de Mexico, NADA, 26 July 2020, 16:56:11 GMT. The new corn hybrids are not proving successful in the drought of the last 2 years. Our propaganda, blaming low yields on Japanese bacteriological terrorism, is working for the time being, but the fundamental problems of dry climate and polluted irrigation reserves remain unsolved.
Herr Proconsul, thanks to the genetic splicing I isolated in the Hoffman Envirotech bacteria, I have arrived at the scientific discovery you have been waiting for. The key to eliminating toxic waste in the Alliance forever. I have been studying the long-term effects of toxic waste exposure. The objectives of my research is to find ways to increase the body's resistance to toxic substances in the environment. I have focused my analysis on certain groups in the area, and the results have been quite dramatic. You see, these creatures bear a striking resemblance to the common Oriental house roach. However, if not properly fed, they will eat everything in their paths, including toxic waste. Despite large doses of pollutants, they continue to reproduce perfectly. If you'll indulge me, I must say they also make an excellent alternate food source. Proconsul, I anxiously anticipate your return call to discuss all the details of the project.
Not quite beetles the size of a child's fist creepy, but that could have been better. Okay, so that takes care of everything we need to do here. Now, if you press this red button, the secret panel back there opens up. We want to go that way. We've gotten everything that we need to do. Oh, god damn it. Fucking thing. Walk this way. Game's pretty specific on where you have to walk in order to switch through the areas. Alright. Now let's take a look again at this curious motherfucking device that we have here. This weird fucking art form. What's a doodad? A Brett Hopkins sculpture. And we're going to save the game. Now, there's this little panel here. Let's take a closer look at that. Which, by the way, I don't know. It can take a long time to fucking notice that, because it just looks like this random knob thing on, like, the fucking device. You might not ever think of checking it. I don't know. This is a shipping plate shipped to Los Alamos National Labs. Attention, Dr. Melchior Grossman. Okay, so this is heading to Los Alamos. Fancy that, we actually need to head that way. Although I'm not quite sure how we do anything, we definitely do need to go that way. Now, the shipping plate is bolted on. If you did not bring the wrench, you cannot solve this puzzle. You're stuck. And you have to go back to the beginning. Bavarian Health Spa with this random fucking device thing and 4 little color code things. No, it's not fucking Simon Says. We're not playing a game with Simon. Okay. Do you guys remember Eva's desk? How there was the 75th anniversary CD that we picked up, and below that was the Bavarian Health Spa thing with a tag hanging off the piece of paper with a color code on it? Uh-huh. Hope you wrote that code down, folks. Because you gotta put it in here. I'll pause for a few seconds, allow you folks to recover from the what the fuck. Alright, we're good. So, thankfully, I already knew that in advance. The code is Roy. No, it's RBGYBY. Ta-da! And the Bavarian Health Spa thing opens up to reveal an animated coffin with frost on the inside? Well, fuck it. To infinity and beyond. I said to infinity and beyond. You can use it. You can use it. It's okay. Thank you. I didn't walk forward enough. I hate my life. And there we go. The 8-hour ride inside the cryogenic chamber from Washington to Los Alamos, New Mexico, gives you time to reflect on recent events. The unknowns, led by you, must move quickly to find Philip and save his life. Indeed we must, and now we emerge from our cryogenic coffin into some sort of, perhaps a research or lab area. But we'll have to save that for next time, folks. Hope you figured out how to do all these puzzles correctly on the first try. Otherwise, you'll be stumped and confused and have to go back to earlier parts of the game. And the sad part is, you might not even fucking notice that you're doing it wrong. Fuck.